Seated now, we have candidates for position 7 of the Lynwood City Council. We have previously drawn, and we are starting with Shannon, so we're alphabetical again. So Shannon, you're going to be the first to, Miss Sessions, you're going to be the first to, it's hard for me to be formal. I'm into the second hour of being formal. Man, this is hard for me. Anyway, you will be the first with your opening statement. Ms. Sutton, you will be right after her, and then Ms. Sutton, you will be getting the first question. So, opening statement, 2 minutes, please. Ms. Sessions.
Thank you. First, I want to thank the Lynwood Chamber and Lynwood Today for coordinating this for us tonight. This is really important community event. My unique professional and personal experiences are my greatest asset as a city council member, as a current city council member, and community leader. Throughout my 4 years in the Lynwood City Council, I'm known for being a discerning, authentic leader with common sense, and I'm wholly invested in the well-being for all in Lynwood's fast-growing, vibrant, and diverse community. I have a hands-on approach to leadership. I've been appointed by my peers as the council's vice president in 2018. I led engagement with youth, elders, and businesses, and helped make Lynwood a veteran-friendly city. I have the courage to ask hard questions and move complicated human services needs forward with what we call compassion with boundaries. I have a positive reputation for having high integrity and deep, trusted regional ties. This will only help us propel what we need to be doing in our community work forward. Professionally, I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran, a former firefighter, editor for the Enterprise newspapers, Lynwood Police Public Information Officer, small business owner, and currently I'm the executive director of the local nonprofit Support 7, which serves victims of trauma at times of crisis. I'm a community stakeholder, Meadowdale High School graduate. I have a bachelor's degree in communication journalism from the University of Washington, and I've been a resident for more than 3 decades, and my husband Keith and I have raised all 5 of our children in the Edmonds School District. I believe that leaders need to have a servant's heart. And I'm a longtime Lynwood Rotarian, have countless years of volunteering with schools, children and adults with disabilities, and with my church. I'm a lifetime member of the VFW Post 1040 and an advocate for Lynwood's Heroes Cafe and the Northwest Veterans Museum.
Thank you very much. Ms. Sutton, may we have your 2-minute opening statement, please?
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to see all of you here. This is what we really need, the type of turnout that we have. We need to have this at our council meetings. So I want you to consider that. And I also want to thank those that put this together, because I think this gives us an opportunity to get to meet new friends and see new faces. So thank you for that. I am I'm the oldest child of Andrew and Coydell Pleasant. We were very, very poor. I'm the oldest of 6 children, and I've had to be a mother to my brothers and sisters who are much younger than I. So I learned how to be responsible at an early age. I also toured a lot with my grandmother, who was a very strong Black woman who believed that no one will have the right to take her dignity away from her. And I have to admit that because of my indoctrination and my belief system that my mom and my parents and my grandparents have put into me, that people are always number one. You are always number one. And I always continue to have that type of thought whenever I meet another person and ask them, how can I help you? I am a good leader. In fact, I am very well a strong leader, actually. I feel that I am a listener. I have learned that it is best to listen rather than talk a lot. Leadership comes in all forms, and it looks different to everybody. So I am very happy to say that I will put your needs ahead of anything else. Thank you.
Thank you very much. First question will go to you, Ms. Sutton. What do you believe to be the top 3 pressing concerns to businesses in Lynwood?
When I go around to the community, and I've been working in the community now since 2001, I hear from the small business that they are really worried about taxes. They're worried about the high end of spending that goes on with the city, and they really are concerned because if they're not successful in being able to do their job as far as their business is concerned, then we all suffer. And I think that that's probably one of the most important things.
Thank you very much. Ms. Sessions, if you received a $1 million grant to use for the city in any way you wanted, what would you do with it and why?
So I wish I could say that $1 million was a whole lot of money. You know, if I'd have to do the math to see if putting that partially to lower the property tax, if that would even make a dent, but I would consider that. But I think where we could get the biggest bang for our buck is putting that money toward a building to go towards a veteran center. We have a robust and growing veteran need in our community, and we have a much needed veterans one-stop shop and Heroes Cafe and Northwest Veterans Museum I'd like all housed in the same location.
Thank you. Ms. Sutton, how do you propose to address mental health issues in Lynwood?
Well, first of all, I think it's very important to always look into the community, and because people have different needs when it comes to mental health. I certainly don't have the knowledge to diagnose that. So it's important to bring the people that treat these individuals on board, not only for resources, but also for collaboration and partnership building. That's the way we can be more successful in getting the help we need for our members of our community, is to reach out to others to help us do that.
Thank you. Ms. Sessions, do you feel there is waste in the city budget? If so, please cite specific areas where you would reduce funding.
Thank you. This, of course, is an important question, and I feel is a good steward of our finances that it's something that we just really need to talk about. We use at the council level what's called budgeting for outcomes, and we work really hard to make sure, or at least try, that there's very little waste. And I am proud of our balanced budget and proud of our finance department for being recognized for their city finances. I spent 3 years on the council and, on the city's audit and finance committee, and I think it's important that this helps keep us fiscally responsible and keeping a plan, and also paying attention to the strategic plan that the mayor and the council and the staff, along with citizens, have created to decide what the priorities are for our city financially.
Thank you. To Ms. Sutton, if you received a $1 million grant to use for the city in any way you wanted, what would you do with it and why?
Very good question. Thank you. I've been thinking about this a lot. I believe what I would do with $1 million is to better our population that really needs to have additional help, be it through subsidies or perhaps even a bright idea would be to build bathrooms that include these vans that have bathroom services in it and washing, and move those around our community for those that don't have money to be able to have a shower. They don't have a house to be able to cook their food. That's one thing I think I would like to see happen. And the other thing I think, when it comes to personnel, individuals having a living wage job, it is so important that we bring the businesses in to help us make that decision, make those opportunities, and I would use some of that money to subsidize.
Okay, Ms. Sessions, what do you believe to be the top 3 pressing concerns to businesses in Lynwood?
Well, getting out there and engaging with the businesses and the business community. I know that safety is one of the top priorities, along with accessibility to their businesses and ways to bring in new engaged customers. I would continue to advocate working closely with and seeking out more experts on the topic of business and what we need to bring through talking with our city center manager, economic development director, the Lynwood Chamber of Commerce, along with economic development or the Economic Alliance of Snohomish County, and other regional and state partners to attract particular industries that would provide living wage careers to our city. I'm advocating for businesses and developments that want to enhance and be part of a robust and vibrant community and city center, a place where we can all gather, engage, and be proud of, while still protecting our already established neighborhoods.
Thank you. Ms. Sutton, do you feel there is waste in the city budget? If so, please cite specific areas where you would reduce funding.
Well, I do have an issue, and I think that issue is for individuals in leadership. I think when we need to have people who work and play, actually our leadership is not, the directors they don't really live in Lynwood. They are high wage earners, and that money that goes out the door is not spent here in our community. And I think that to me is one of the things that's been bothering me. It also bothers a lot of other residents that I go around and talk to. So we need to find a way to change that. And part of what I'm going to propose, if reelected, is that we now start taking this seriously and empowering those individuals that live here in the city, be given, they have to, if they are going to apply for a job, they need to have to live here in this city. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are now to closing statements, and Ms. Sutton, you will be closing first because you went second the first time. So if we could have your 1 minute closing statement, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Everything I've done in my life so far has led me to greater and greater heights, and it's always been by the love and the individuals and support of people, because that's who I trust. I have a good working relationship with many people that I come across. I am an honest person. I fight to the death for my integrity, and I will do that as well for you. I will fight for you to make sure that you and your priorities come first.
Thank you. Ms. Sessions, your 1 minute closing statement, please.
Thank you. We have so many dynamic issues in Lynwood and opportunities in front of us. The work is challenging, vital, and meaningful. I'm grateful for the outpouring support from my peers, other community leaders, and many residents to continue my position on the council. In both my public and professional lives, I've proven to be a positive, transparent, and decisive, innovative, and hopefully a gracious leader who understands the importance of cooperation and being a responsible good steward of our finances. In addition to being appointed by my peers as the council's vice president, I also have served as the chair of the Lynwood Tourism Advisory Board, city's Audit and Insurance Finance Committee, Historical Commission, Disability Board, liaison to the Police Citizens Patrol, alternate to the Snohomish County 911 Board, and as the only veteran on the council, I continue to meet with our regional veteran experts, and as I said, those programs. If you need more information about me, please don't hesitate to follow me on Facebook, Shannon Sessions, Lynwood City Council, or my...
Thank you. There's just so much more we all want to say. I appreciate that. I know it's hard. It's really hard. But I thank you for watching the cards and all. And that's going to wrap up our primary candidates forum for tonight. Thank you, position 7 candidates. There's a couple more people I would love to thank, and there are several volunteers here from the Lynwood Chamber of Commerce, board members, ambassadors, and all. And thank you, because I appreciate your help so much, so thank you, volunteers. And Teresa Whipple, Lynwood Today, thank you. You know, I think we met once, and it happened. So we're going to do it again, and we'll be having a general forum back here in October. And what's really great about being able to say back here is I really want to thank the Community Life Center and the volunteers. This is about the fanciest place I've ever held a forum. Thank you to the Community Life Center. They're so gracious. So at that point, we're going to wrap up. I thank you all very much. Thank you for being here tonight and being involved voters.